Hi, my name is Joseph Weeks. Welcome to my review of AI WhiteLabels. Now, I'm starting on this page because I'm going to go to the actual page, but I just need you to, because the sales page is pretty long and you have to scroll all the way up and down. But what the actual developers of this product call it is a 3-in-1. It's one that helps you white label, create a product, and market it. And that's the three features that it actually basically, or the actual ways actually put out there for us to be introduced to it. So a 3-in-1. And now what you're going to see is I'm going to take you to my members area. I have my own copy, and what you have here is you have two options for the first tier. It really has a number of tiers stacked with different features. It depends on what you're looking for. But you have AI White Label Starter and you have AI White Labels Premium. I just wanted to show you what the difference is and what the price difference is for the actual front end. The product itself is sold on a network called JVZoo. I don't know if you've heard of JVZoo. It's a well-known network among vendors and different marketers, affiliates, and basically people who buy as well and customers. What you have is you have a platform that mostly specializes in software but will do other non-software digital products, and that's what JVZoo is. I'm saying this to you because if you do pick this up with my link, which I'll leave down below, please remember you'll get also a number of bonuses. I have a very nice bonus which I'll probably put in the buying area, and it'll tell you how to pick this up. But now the thing is this: if you have any issues, please, you should feel free to put down a comment or contact me. Now, the difference in price is between $27 and $39, which is $12. And for that, you get this. Just to show you a few highlights, you get 20 AI tool templates. I'll show you what the templates are. You get 100 templates here. Here you can create 50 AI tools per month, and here you can create 500 AI tools per month. And here you can capture 500 leads, and you can capture 10,000 leads. Now, what is the rationale behind having this on what is essentially a no-code builder? Well, what the creators of this have been very, very clever to do, and what they have done quite well is they've integrated a number of other tools within the structure of the actual no-code builder that will help you market, as it says, will help you sell, and will enable you create landing pages, collect leads, and do a host of other things. So before I go any further, just to show you that point, I'll take you to integrations. And on integrations, you can see domain. For domain, what happens is that you can use your own domain, so you can actually publish the actual app you create or the product you create, depends on whatever you want to call it, on your own domain. You can use 11 Labs. You see, 11 Labs is an interesting software. I think it's probably the best voice to text to voice software there is on the market. I think it has the greatest number of options available to it, and you can integrate it here. So when you create your own videos, you can use their own, or if you have your own voices that you particularly utilize, which are specific to your brand, then you can actually use that within it. Autoresponder, this will help you if you collect your leads and you want to put your leads within this framework of your autoresponder. So for example, if you have a specific channel or a specific area for whatever different niches that you're interested in, within the autoresponder, you can actually put your leads within specific folders. Let me just call them that. And SMTP, this is for sending out emails, so you can actually put that in there. OpenAI, now this is an interesting one because you can actually you can see I have my own, and I just added it recently, and that's my OpenAI key. It's not going to show here, of course. And you can integrate Stripe. If you don't have a Stripe account, you can go and get one. I think you can get a free one. Basically, Stripe is a payment processing application and it's very similar to what you have with PayPal, and you can collect one-time payment, you can collect recurring payments, and this is very useful because when you create the app, you can actually monetize it that way by selling it off, or you can actually get someone to pay a subscription for it, and that will work for you. So these are the integrations that you have for the app. Now let's go to the dashboard again, and when you come in here, the first thing it will ask you to do to use the app itself, to use any of the templates, which I'm going to come to, is you have to create an agency. And there you have it. You have my agency is called Say by Boss, in line with my brand, and you will then be able to use the tools. But you can see the agency folder here, or you can tap, if you click on it, it will take you to Say by Boss. So that's done, integration's done. Now you have my tools and my collections. When you create an app, it goes under my tools, as you can see here, and then my collections. I can form a collection for, if I have a number of stories, I can form a collection for stories. I can form another collection for recipes, and they will nestle here, or they'll live here, and the stories will be put in there. So this is a good way of organizing all you do. Just imagine if you were able to create 500 of those apps. That would be pretty special. Now what you have here is a number of ways by which you can actually create your own app, and what you have is templates. So these templates are all you can see right here. You can see different categories, and you can see the number of them. If I go this way, you see a few more. So I have used the first one I used was actually this one, which was a storyteller AI. And what I did was I customized it to make it a kid story one. So I changed a number of the different aspects to it. So recipe finder is another one I used, and I'm trying to utilize it, to customize it to become one for chicken recipes. So if you see, use this. Let me just go to my collections, and I'll show you. I've set it to my tools rather. I've set it to put together, so you can see chicken recipe. So if I edit this, this was originally the recipe. So let me just go back. Sorry, 1 second. So maybe I'm moving a bit fast. So if I use this, so it'll ask me what name I want to put in there and what it's about. So in that one, I put chicken recipe, and I want to create chicken recipes, and then just create two. Okay, so I'm not going to use that one. Let's go to the one I have in here. So that's what this is. So actions, I'll edit it, so you know that even when you've created the actual app, you don't have to keep it that way. You can actually utilize it, or you can edit it. Now with the kid story, let me actually show you what the kid story looks like. Let me see here. So that's the kid story, and this is the finished product. You can see kid story. I call it a storyteller. It comes with a brand of storyteller.ai. Develop a story, art for children's story, and crafting engaging stories for children. All of that, I'll show you how I put that together, and then enter your text, what the story is about, who the story is about, what happened in the story, what lesson was learned about the story. So if I put in a number of, I'm going to work backwards, so you see what you're getting, and I'll show you how to actually create something like this. So enter your story, what the story is about. I asked. So the story is about story. No, I don't write it again. About a magical backpack. Okay, so stories about a magical backpack. Who the story is about? A boy. I just put a boy. Anybody. So they let the AI do what it wants to do. What's your enter your text. What happened in the story? So the backpack gives the boy what he asks. 4. Okay, so the magical, let me see, the magical, yep, that's it. The magical backpack gives the boy what he asks for. So enter your text. What lesson was learned about the story? I'm going to leave that blank so that maybe the AI will kind of do its own thing and come up with a befitting. Let me see what it does. So if I generate this, it takes a while. This, that, and then let's see what it comes up with. And that's our story. So titled Adventures of Max and His Magical Backpack. So that's the story all done. Let's see what it came up with. The moral of the story: true happiness and fulfillment come not from what we can wish for, but from appreciating and cherishing the simple joys and relationships in our lives. So that's good. So you see the story, that's all done, and I can copy it now and I can paste it somewhere. So let's now go back and see how we went about creating this. So what is the chicken recipe? I'm just going to use that. So before I do that, let me just show you what I did with this. So edit tool, let me go into this and show you what I did. So as you can see, what I did was, when you come into the area where the template is, this is what you get. And I went in and I changed the template here. So I said I need a story that will be about a child, and it should be adventurous narrative in which it should be it should be an adventurous narrative in which there is a moral at the end that is relatable and engaging. So that's exactly what I wanted the prompt to be. And then you can see system prompt: you are a storyteller, AI GPT, an AI specialized in creating captivating narratives around children's stories. Now, I didn't write all of this myself. What I did was, this was a template and I just changed up a number of things on the template. I then went in here, and what you saw, all of this you see here, were the boxes that you had to put things in. And to do this, all I did was I went in to edit this, and I put in the label, and I enter your text, which is what is there, the placeholder, what the story is about. So this will enable anybody using it have an idea what they should put in there, because what they put in there will obviously be fed into the story. And so what you have is, there is something in normally called this is a variable. I'm trying to think of how I can simplify this, but what this is what is actually going to be put in this portion of the prompt. So you'll take what you put in there, what you're asking it about in this format, and it will put it in here. And then you come to the next box where you're going to put an entry into, and then I put in who the story is about. And you saw what I did with the other one. When I put who the story is about, I put a boy. What the story is about, I said a magical backpack. And same with this, I changed this up, what happened in the story, and I said the magical backpack, when asked, the magical backpack produced things for the boy. So, and then when it came to the last text, which is about the narrative, I didn't really say anything. So this is exactly what I did, and that's how this actual app was built. So it was pretty straightforward and pretty easy. Now, if we go back to let's go back to the actual dashboard, and then look at my tools. No, actually, let me just make it easy. Let me go back to the actual template I was working on. Let me pick another one of the actual template I was working on, so you can see what it actually looks like. What's going on with this? Just complained a few minutes ago about Yes, storyteller. So this was one I used. So let's use this again. So let's see. And I could just change this up, and I could just use, instead of saying kid storyteller, I could just call this adult or men's stories. I could call it men's stories, okay? And then I could put a description if I wanted to, and I can create a new tool. In a few minutes, it's going to do that, and there you have it. So all I have to do is I have to go in here, like I showed you, and I will change. So for example, if it's men's stories, instead of putting type, I'll edit this, and I think it's still taking its time. Okay, I don't know why this keeps happening. My computer is having issues. I will go back to this. I should be able to, well, typically I should be able to edit this. Hang on. It's, for some reason, my computer is actually not wanting to work. It keeps lagging. But yes, so now I can do that. So storyteller.ai. So I can change this. So for example, to get the right look for what it wants to look, for what it should look like, I could go in and change this. If instead of storyteller.ai, which is a template, I will call it men's stories. Okay, and then I could, and then that's done. So once I go back, it's changed to men's stories and crafting and KG. So the subtitle, as you saw in the, that is this one. Let's go back. So that's, you can see kid story, and then storyteller AI, which I left, but this is where you put in crafting engaging stories for children. So when you come here, instead of that, I'm going to change this. Instead of crafting engaging product narratives, I'm going to put in crafting engaging stories and that's it. So you come back, and that's how you change each of this. And when it comes down to this, for example, if you want to change this, which is going to go in here, you change this to, so you see it's enter your text. So I could leave the enter your text, which is okay, and then I could use the same format as the child's one, where I asked what the story is about, and then down here, instead of having type, I'll put story. Okay, and so it's changed that here, and then I'll just go up here, remove this, and instead of having type, I will have story. So what happens is, once I go back, you can see this change to story, and you have here what the story is about. And so what that will do is, you have here, I put about the magical backpack. That's what I use. So this is what the story is about. That is what the user will be prompted to put in. So that's how it works. And then you have to go in and you change this bit, and you can change the rest of the boxes. If you want to add more boxes, you can drag and drop. If you're collecting emails, you can see you can put an email in there. If you want to have a selection option where within one of the boxes you want someone to select something, you can change that as well. If you want to have a website URL for them to go to, so you can see it's pretty robust. You can put a number of things. You can even have an image, so you drag that in there. And so let me just see what this image looks like. I haven't tried that yet. So you can drag that in there, and you can then have a specify the reader's goal. So, and yeah, you can choose an image and upload that there. and I believe that will be at the bottom of the actual front end of the app. Now you can have different output types. You can see, so if you want to run this, you can have it as an image. So if you have an app that has a prompt and you want it to generate images, so if you have one that builds an app that builds images about, I don't know, houses, for example, then you want it to come out as an image. You specify that, and the prompt will be build a 2-story house with a garden and this and that, and it's always going to come out as an image. So you see how the utilities. You have raw text, as we had in the other, in the not raw text, but we had text. This text is HTML. If you want to embed that somewhere, there's JSON. If you want to parse, JSON is a format by which you can send data into other applications, or you can use it in different ways. And you have text, which is one that is actually on. So these are the different formats you can actually get the output for the for what you create on here. Now the design, you can go into design, you can change it up. As you can see, mine was red. The one I have here was red and green. This is how it comes out. Normally this is the default. So it's main stories. If I want to be a bit cliche, I can change this to, where's this? Yes, I can change this to a different color. I can have a lovely blue one and with black writing. And if you know anything about CSS, you want to have a different look, you can do that as well. And integrations, I've gone through the integrations as well. And then to share, you can actually copy this and take this to your web page if you have one, or like me, you can copy this and put in a web browser or send it off to people, and you can see share the link to your lead magnet. So this is used when a lead magnet, for those of you who don't know, is if you want to use this to actually get people to join an email list that you have. So this is one of the special features of this particular tool. It actually thinks of a number of ways by which you can utilize this tool. Now, in terms of marketing, I'm just going to show you this because we've been talking for quite a while, and I think this is already long enough. You have the sales copywriter, the page builder, the video maker, image maker, and then help and support. And you see that this is a fairly robust tool, and there are a number of things you can do with it. I think it's an amazing tool, and like I said, I'm going to leave a link down below. I think there are many ways by which you can use this to actually either make money, grow your list, or do other things as aids to sell things that you might be utilizing. You can create a subscription base where you earn little amounts of income from many people in different niches to add up to a good income stream. So I think this is an amazing tool, and I think that this is going to be one that will help and will definitely accelerate the growth of my business. And I'll advise and say you guys to have a look at this, not to buy as of yet if you don't want to, but please have a look at it. I think the price is going to stay at that, in that range for the next 3 days. I think it was launched 3 days ago, so I think in a week's time the price is probably going to go up. So I'll encourage you to get it while it's early, and you will actually be able to utilize many of these features and definitely grow your business. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thumbs up, subscribe. The stats show that people who watch my videos, at least 80% of them are not subscribed to my channel. It's a good indicator for people to watch my videos because they feel that other people have watched them and are taking the time to subscribe. So I must be saying something nice. The thumbs up tells the algorithm that it's useful and it shows my video to other people. So I really like that and I appreciate that. All right, have a good day and see you in the next one.